oversight and compliance in these programs.
Congressman King, you are a staunch defender of the NSA and its programs. You call the people who work there, quote, patriots, but it would also appear very clear that mistakes are being made, and in many cases, they are not, as they should be, reporting those mistakes.
Now, John, I totally disagree with that, and I fully disagree with what Senator Rand Paul said. That was just a grab bag of misinformation, distortion coming from him. The fact is, John, look at this. Take Rand Paul's own numbers. He said there's billions of phone calls being collected. It's not really true, but assume he's being right for once. Billions of phone calls being collected. You juxtapose that with 2,800 violations which were self-reported by the NSA, which should not violate anyone's rights. You're talking about 1,900 of them being foreigners, and when they came to the U.S. because of their foreign mobile phone, it wasn't immediately transferred over the way it was supposed to be. No Americans' rights were violated with that. The others were records that were kept for more than 5 years by accident, self-reported by the NSA. To me, a scandal is when a government agency is somehow using information to hurt people and go after them. Whatever mistakes were made were inadvertent, and if you have a 99.99% batting average, that's better than most media people do, most politicians do, and I have a tremendous respect for General Alexander and the NSA, and this whole tone of snooping and spying that we use, I think it's horrible. It's really a distortion and a smear and a slander of good patriotic Americans.
But hang on for a second here. You said that everything was self-reported by the NSA. The documents that were leaked at the end of last week clearly show that many of these violations were not appropriately reported, at least not to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, whose members also complain that they do not have the power to initiate investigations into non-compliance. So is there a problem here?
No, there is not a problem. The fact is, if you have 99.99% compliance and you have self-reporting errors, these came from an internal report, which then becomes part of an overall IG report. So I'm on the Intelligence Committee. I am satisfied that we are told what the NSA is doing. But, John, who else in government has a 99.9%?
Did you know, Congressman King, all of what was reported at the end of the week?
It was all available. And there's nothing there that bothers me. Quite frankly, that shows the system worked, and it works. We should be proud of it.
All right, Senator Blumenthal, anything in that report, anything in the reports that came to light at the end of the week that bother you?
There's a lot.